Hi, this is Coach Fred. Behind me is a 2020 Toyota Hilux Conquest. It's a four-wheel drive. I'm gonna show you guys how to operate the four-wheel drive system. So the first thing you need to do if you want to activate your four-wheel drive system is to put your transmission, your automatic transmission, to neutral, not park, neutral. Okay, so right now I have this transmission on neutral. It's H2. That's for normal driving. First thing you want to do first is, of course, you got to step on your brake. First thing you want to do is put it on H4. Hold on, let me show you something first. So right now we're in neutral. Nothing's happening yet. So I'm gonna put this on H4. So we're now at H4. I hear a clunk sound, and you notice it's blinking. If it's blinking, that means it's not engaged. I'll put it on drive. Because we need that blinking light to stop. So I'm gonna drive a little bit. There. So I got the tires to move or to rotate. And you notice it's green light. It's no longer blinking. That means it's on. So sometimes you have to put it on drive. The tires turn a little bit, and then you keep your eye on your green indicator. Once that green indicator is solid, you're on four-wheel drive. I'm on concrete right now, or pavement. I'm not on dirt or beach or sand. You're gonna break your four-wheel drive if you drive your car on a pavement, because when you make the turns, the four-wheel drive needs to slip. If they don't slip, something is gonna break down there. All right, I'm gonna drive it right now and see the difference. So I'm on drive. My H4 is on, and my green light for the four-wheel drive is solid green. It's not blinking. So I'm gonna drive it, and I'm gonna let you know the difference. I'm not gonna make a lot of turns though, because I don't want to break anything in this truck. Okay, the way it's driving right now, it drives like it's not on four-wheel drive. Okay, so right now I can't tell. I'm gonna make a little turn here in the corner, and I'm gonna describe to you guys exactly what's happening. I'm just gonna do a little bit of it. So I'm gonna make a right turn right now. I'm gonna open my window so I could hear. Okay, so now I got my tires turned, and I'm making a right turn. I can hear one of my tires slipping already. They're fighting each other. Okay, I can hear right now. I'm gonna accelerate a little bit. There you go. I hear it slipping. One of them slipping. I'm hearing noises. Because I'm on four-wheel drive. I'm on a pavement. I'm not on the dirt or beach sand. So I'm gonna straighten up my wheels right now, because I don't want to do this too much, break an axle or something. All right, so right now I have a straight road ahead of me. I'm on a pavement. Let me show you my status first. Okay, the four-wheel drive is not engaged. It's back to normal. So the first thing I want to do is put this on neutral. Okay, we're on neutral. It also shows neutral here. Okay, I want to go to H4. I'm going to turn. I heard a clunk sound, and that's blinking. We're going to wait a little bit. Okay, so it's blinking. That means it's not engaged. So I'm gonna put this on drive. So we're on drive now. So it's on drive. I'm gonna move a little bit until it becomes solid. Okay, now it's solid. Okay, what I want to do is put it on low 4, L4. L4. So you notice it says push. So I'm gonna push and then put on L4. And it's blinking. Remember, every time I gotta do a four-wheel drive activation here, I gotta put it on neutral. So it's on neutral right now. I hear a clunk sound. So I have to put this on neutral. I got that on L4. Now it's solid. You see that? Now my purpose of doing this on a straightaway is to show you the driving condition with the 4 low. Here we go. You see how it's revving really high? And it's rough driving. I mean, I let go of the gas, I dive in forward. It's rough. And it's low gear, it revs higher, and you hear whining sounds of the gears on the front side of this vehicle. And it's strong. Okay, so that's the difference between the H4 and L4. So the H4, you noticed earlier when I drove it, I couldn't really tell, but I could tell when I was making a turn, because it sounds like one of the tires were slipping or is making a sound that is trying to fight each other. On the 4 low, you'll know you're on the 4 low, even on a straightaway. Remember, don't use 4-wheel drive on the pavement, especially on a turn. You're gonna break something underneath the transmission, the 4-wheel drive system, the CV joint, and all that stuff. If you do anything, you want to put it on neutral first, or else nothing happens. You're on neutral. And here's the condition. We're on a 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive low. So I'm gonna turn it to H4 first. Just turning it. I heard a clunk sound. Now the 4 low disappears and the anti-skid right here disappears. And then now you got the solid green right there. We're on H4. Now I want to turn it off completely. I hear a clunk sound again. So we're on H2 now. This is normal driving. We're neutral. We don't have the green symbol for the 4-wheel drive. So let me put this on park first. So on a 2020 Hilux Conquest 4-wheel drive, you gotta put it on neutral first. And you got your brake on, you got your neutral on, and then you select H4 first. And then you'll have a green symbol indicating that it's solid and it's activated. If it's blinking, if the green 4-wheel drive light is blinking, put the transmission on drive and then drive it a little bit until the 4-wheel drive sign or the green semaphore becomes solid. Then when you go 4-wheel drive on the low, put it on neutral again, and then depress your brake and hold it, and then you select L4. Now you're gonna have 2 amber lights gonna turn on, the anti-skid, and then the other one is the 4 low or 4L. If the 4L is blinking, it's not solid, then it's not activated. So you put it on drive and make the vehicle move a little bit until it becomes solid. And then if you want to deactivate this thing, the 4-wheel drive system, put it on neutral, step on the brake, and you turn your selector from L4 to H4, H4 to H2. And also don't forget, you gotta push on those selector as indicated on the selector switch. Remember, don't activate your four-wheel drive on concrete or on the pavement. It's really bad for your four-wheel drive. My recommendation is, if you own a four-wheel drive like this truck behind me and the truck that I showed you earlier, the black one, you gotta run the four-wheel drive high and four-wheel drive low at least once a month. You need to work the solenoid, the vacuum hoses, the CV joint, the transfer case. You need it to work or exercise it at least once a month. Those things, if you don't exercise them, they break. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Fred. If you like my content, please give me a like, give me some comments, and also subscribe. Thank you very much. Why do we need to lock up our differential? There's a lot of people who don't understand what a differential is. Basically, what it means is you got an axle. Differential means the tire with the least resistance will turn. Okay, so the tire with the least resistance will turn. So if you're doing four-wheel driving and then one tire stuck, let's say this tire stuck and this is lifted up in the air, not making any contact at all, so this one has least resistance, so this tire will spin, this one will not. So you're not going to get out of that situation. That's what the differential does. So the differential, what it means is the tire with the least resistance, or a tire is lifted up in the air, that's the one that's going to spin. So you're not going to get out of that situation. You're stuck. When you lock up the differential, so this tire is stuck in the mud, for example, and this one is lifted up in the air. With the differential being locked, both tires will spin. Regardless if this one has less resistance and this one has more resistance, both tires will spin. That's why you need to lock up the differential. Now, just to remind you guys, when you're dealing with the four-wheel drive system and the lock and the differential, please don't use it on pavement because you will mess up your system. You'll break your truck. Just do it on the dirt road or in the beach. Watch my other video that I made previously to this, and I will explain why. There'll be a time when you're going off-roading and you have your four-wheel drive system activated and it's working and you're getting stuck. This is when you'll need to lock up your differential. What that means is your rear axle, both tires will spin. So both tires will spin. So you can get yourself unstuck. And I'll show you on this 2020 Hilux Conquest 4x4 how to lock up the differentials in the back. Okay, I have it on neutral. And it's on neutral. So I'm gonna place this four-wheel drive on high. I hear a clunk. And look at my indicator right there. It's blinking. So I'm gonna put it on drive. So let's watch that. Well, it locked up. Sometimes what I have to do is drive a little bit, and then as I'm driving on my steering wheel, I would twist it like this to get that activated. So sometimes you gotta turn the steering wheel left to right. Next, we're gonna put this on low 4. So I push. As I mentioned previously, you got to put it on neutral before it does anything. You hear a clunk now. So neutral, low 4 on the 4-wheel drive, and right there we got the 2 sign. It's solid, and down with the anti-skid. All right, next we're gonna lock up the differentials in the back. This is the button right there. So I have it on neutral, and that's the button I'm gonna push. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on drive. For this to actually lock up quicker, or actually lock up, I'll push it, and you notice it's blinking now. Well, we got lucky. That one, as soon as I pressed the button, it locked up. See the ABS? That's also activated. That's normal. On the next clip, I'm going to show you what to do when you're having problems with locking up the differential. All right, so here's the condition. Now, if you want to know how I got to this point, go to my other video, and from there you'll see how I did it. So this is the situation right now. So we're on 4 low, and this is to lock up the differential in the back. So I'll lock it up. You know, this is blinking. That's the differential in the back. That means when it's blinking, it's not activated yet. I'm going to put it on drive. I'm going to roll the truck a little bit until it becomes solid. If this does not become solid, you need to turn your steering wheel left to right like this while you're driving it slow. Here we go. Okay, I'm rolling. Okay, it's not engaging yet. It's supposed to. So now I'm going to turn the steering wheel. Hold on, I gotta stop. There's a truck in front of me. Okay, right there. See how that locked up? So I had to turn the wheel more aggressively, but sometimes I don't have to do that, but this time it did. Yeah, sorry about that. There was a truck in front of me, so I had to stop. Anyways, so initially I was turning my steering wheel left to right gently, and it was not locking up my rear differential. So after the truck passed by, I rolled my truck again forward, and then I was more aggressive on my turning of my tires left to right, and then it locked up the rear differential. So this truck right now is on 4-wheel drive, on low, and the rear differential is locked up. This is how you get yourself unstuck in a situation where you got your 4-wheel drive on and you're still getting stuck, or you're still not able to get out of the situation. You need to lock up your differential, and this is how you do it. Okay, it's time to restore it back to normal. Let's put it on neutral. Press this differential lock, and right there the differential lock symbol is gone already. And then this one to high, and the low 4-wheel drive symbols are also no longer indicating. Then here, now it's back to H2, which is just 2-wheel drive. Now it's back to normal. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Fred. I hope you guys like my content, and if you do like my content, please give me a like, drop me some comments, and please subscribe. Thank you very much.